I think it's undeniable that Final Stand is a really fun game when it comes to it, to like the core mechanics of it, how PvP, like the idea itself of the PvP and like how you level up and stuff. Like going from level 1 to 400 is fun for the first time, and like obviously it's repetitive and there needs to be new ways to like level up and stuff. But I think for now, um, that it's pretty good, in terms of like gameplay and stuff. But there there are a lot of bugs and like weird things that Snake needs to do about the game to make it fun. And this is in theory. I don't think any of this stuff is gonna happen, but like because Snake isn't wanting to like change this game much anymore. But like in theory, if Snake did come back to this game, these are the things I'd want to be fixed. And there's no real order really, but um yeah, there's just these are just glitches or stupid things. So obviously, first I'm gonna do this. Like this is stupid. Why is this still in the game? Like this is dumb. Why does this work? What it hurts my brain to think like how OP this is. And if you don't know what this is, or it might not look like a big deal to a casual player, but Reaper, try to hit me. Like try to do actual damage to me. Like he can't even do anything. Final blow doesn't work because I block it. Like he can't do anything. Kaioken assault doesn't work, especially in ranked because like it teleports you to the middle, which I feel like should be fixed anyway. How like if you Kaioken assault someone and you get teleported to the middle here and you get frozen for like a good 3 seconds, and kids with Xbox auto aim can like super death beam you and take half your HP in like a second, which is the next thing I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna show it at the, or I'm actually no, I'm gonna leave that for the end because that's the most stupid thing, honestly, in my opinion, or one of them. Um, we'll get to that in a second. Um, and now Reaper, you do this, and you try to like, and I'll try to hit you, okay? With a few different moves that people might like think that could work. Um, all right, start. Like you could try like Hell Pillars and stuff and Dragon Fist. Dragon Fist is really the only move that I can really use on these guys, like in ranked, because they're slower, obviously. But like Dragon Fist and Raccoon Kick are like moves that I use to counter it, but it's still stupid. Um, Super Rush doesn't work. Like sometimes it'll glitch and work, but like right there, like the Super Rush like goes behind. Like oh wait, this is a freaking laggy ass server. Okay, well that goes to show that that was a fluke in a non-laggy server. Like Super Rush doesn't work on these guys. Like and it doesn't even work on like that sometimes. Let's go to a different server. Go to the other server we talked about. All right, I should have checked the lag before starting recording. But yeah, it's pretty much impossible to beat. Like not impossible, but it's stupid that it's in the game to begin with. Like it shouldn't. It's not really a feature I'm sure Snake wanted in the game, but I don't know. And here's one more move. Reaper, start doing it again. After image, it doesn't really work out. But it's dumb. Um, and next, so we talked about that, and next we're gonna talk about a few races. Like at the start of the game, you get to choose what race you are. Like set throughout Saiyans, Namekians, Majins, androids, humans, and the Frieza race. Um, some of these races are really, really freaking good and OP. Like there's no middle really. There's really OP, and then there's your really trash. You know, I'm not trying to curse that much in the video. But so we're gonna tier these races. Namekians Majins and androids are all really, really good. Well, played correctly. We're gonna say like played to their max, to their peak. Those three really, really good. And Saiyans are in the middle. Like I know I said there's no real middle, but Saiyans are really just the middle. And then the really bad races are Frieza race and human race. And I know some people are gonna be like, well, humans are good. Maybe, but like I'll get to that in a second. And then the Frieza race. Some people think the Frieza race is really good. It's the same with the humans, and I'll tell you why right now. Namekians are so OP. It's not even funny. Humans are good for like just all around builds, and their forms are decent, I guess. Not really, but they're decent. And then Frieza race is good for like a key max key damage build. Namekians are just better versions of both of those. Namekians can be a much better uh key build than a Frieza race can be. And this is the craziest part. Let me explain. So humans have a special form called Kaioken times 100. It kills you from health drain in about less than 2 minutes. Like you will die to the health drain in less than 2 minutes. And you might say, well, 500 plus stats and humans have good base stats, right? Like, yeah. And you might be true there, but Namekians have the same, if not better, base stats than humans, first off. And second off, the best Namekian form, quote unquote, for stat boosts, aside from Ultra Instinct, we're not counting Ultra Instinct in anything, but the best Namekian form, albino Namekian or white Namekian or racist, whatever you want to call it, that is a 480 stat boost. And Kaioken times 100 is a 500, and it kills you in 2 minutes. Just let that sink in. Albino Namekian has a decent, good key max, and like the key drain's kind of bad. I've never used one, but this is what I've heard. The key drain and the key max is like decent. It's like not the best, but not the worst. And then the Kaioken times 100 is about the same as that, from my eyes, but it kills you in 2 minutes, and it's a 20 stat boost difference. What? And then we add on the fact that Namekians can regen after that. They can rip their arm off and get another one, and they get like 30% of their health and key back, which is absurdly stupid. Like, that's dumb. Why is that a thing? That's not even, like, that's so dumb. And, like, you might say it's not that bad. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second, Reaper. But like, it's a cool ability, but that's kind of OP to begin with, and then you add on all their good stats and their good forms. But there's one more thing, which is the next thing I want to talk about, is insta-forming. Namekians can insta-form really easily, and if you don't know what insta-forming is, it's where you can transform instantly. That's literally it. It's not even that hard once you get used to it. Let's see if I can do it here. Nope, I can't. I'm trash. But I've heard Saiyans can do it a lot. Like Saiyans have it a lot harder. Like they can't insta-form as good as the other races, which I don't know. Yeah, Reaper just did it. Like it's not that consistent, but for their races, it's really, really OP. And then I'm so trash, but I'll try it while explaining a few times. And there's a thing in this game called a Zenkai boost, which when you transform, sometimes you'll get like a key and a health boost. Hold on, let me go do not disturb. I'm getting spammed. Alright. There's like a health boost. Reaper will try to do that, just to show. You get a health and a key boost. It's about the same as regen for Namekians. So think this. You are in rank and you're fighting a Namekian that's cheesing the entire round. You finally get him low, and you actually think you're about to win. You're low HP, you're low key, like you're about to lose, but the Namekian goes base. You think he's out of key, and he might be out of key, But the thing is, he just regened and got 30% of his health and his ki back. And you're like, yeah, there's your Zenkai boost for an example. I'm sure everyone knew what that is though. But and then he regens, he gets 30% of his health and ki back, and you're like, oh shit, here we go again. And then he insta-forms, so instead of being in base form with the lower stats, he instantly goes to his highest form, gets another 30% health and ki back. So he already is back into green HP, and he has, like, most of his ki back. What? Why? Why is that a thing? There's an insta-form for you guys. There's an insta-form, the Super Saiyan 4. But back on topic. Why is that a thing? That's so stupidly broken. It's a joke. It's not even funny how broken that is. Like, I mean, it is kind of funny how broken that is if you truly think about it. And this is why I say Saiyans are a mid-tier race. When you have races like that, that's stupid. So we already covered how OP Namekians are. It's gonna be a long video, by the way, like 30 minutes maybe. I don't know, and I don't really have a script either, so you know. But the next race I want to cover are Majins, and the only thing I really need to say is unstable Majin. That's it. That's all I need to say. You know, like if you know what unstable Majin is, you understand. So basically, unstable Majin is like UI is like Ultra Instinct. So take how OP Ultra Instinct is. I'm gonna Reaper. Do you have any form of Ultra Instinct? No. Okay. Lower my HP real quick. Go Super Saiyan Rose and lower me. I'm gonna show you guys. So look at this. All right. Let me just go Ultra Instinct. And it's a task. It's a task to get to use Ultra Instinct anyway. So like you gotta be low health and low key. Unstable Majins literally have this shit as a form. Oops, I swore. But like it's an actual form. They just charge up and do it. But this is MUI by the way. This isn't UI. There's a hair glitch with the Yamcha hair. It's weird to explain, but it's this is MUI. You can see by the stat boost it's MUI. So what MUI or UI or unstable Majin can do is look. I can teleport punch to him, and this is OP for a few things like final blow. You can get insane damage off on people. After a super rush, some people can. Oh, I lagged there. But after a super rush, you can like do the TP punches, and that's not that bad. Yeah. So block Reaper. If you're like if I'm like spamming you and you're just trying to block, like look at that. And like people can do like strings of combos where you can just spam right click or Y if you're on Xbox and like do that. I'm pretty bad at it now. I don't know why. I used to be able to do it there. I did a little bit. But that's stupid. And now Reaper, while I still have my UI, just try to hit me. Just use Justice Combination on me. Like look, it just cancels it. Now try to use like punch me. Try to punch me a little bit. Like sometimes it works. Like it's pretty inconsistent. Like there, like I dodged a little bit. You see, like do a double launcher. Just try a combo on me. Now do Meteor Crash. Like I dodged 90% of it. And the scary thing is, Unstable Majin is basically that, like in a form. And we're gonna take ranked as an example here. Ultra Instinct is banned from ranked. You can't do this. You can use Unstable Majin in ranked though. Like what? That's so dumb. And not only that, but the Majins. Well, there's one good thing going for this form that doesn't make it completely broken, and that's the fact that the lower health an unstable Majin is, the more of a chance you have to hit it, which is it's a good feature, but like when you're trying to hit this thing, you're backflipping out of all of its moves, and you have to remember this thing can hit you as hard as you can hit it. I don't know. But like this thing is like while you're still in a fight, like this thing can hit you back, you know? Like it's stupid. Like how OP the auto dodge is. So and after I go through everything, I'm gonna go through in my opinion what you can do to fix everything I'm listing. So unstable Majin, pretty OP. And I like the Majin race, you know. It should be buffed. It used to be really bad, but this isn't. You don't take it from the worst race to the best race, you know. Like that's stupid. Um, well, and it should be one of the best races. I'm not saying it shouldn't be, but like this is just dumb. It's unbeatable fighting the right person. Like a really bad player can have unstable Majin and get to the leaderboard, or like just beat anybody, you know, like an actual skilled player. Um, and then in the final race I want to talk about for being OP is the Android race. It gets a stat point every level. It levels up the fastest, and that it you can prestige on top of it, and then get like even more stats. Like, and I know the key max is twice as worse, and they have to stay in base all the time. Like, yeah, but they can run. Like people don't understand that they have a lot of speed, you know? Take JR King for an example. I know not everybody is gonna grind to level 1500, but JR King isn't even the best at PvP, you know, like he's a good PvPer and everything, and like I've seen him fight, like, but he's not the best, you know? This dude, JR King, he showed up at a tournament and on his level 1400 Android, it took a hybrid, a Saiyan hybrid in blue Kaioken to not even get him out of green. That's how OP his stats were. He, a Saiyan hybrid couldn't get him out of green. Like, what? That's so broken. Yes, really. And the fact that they can just run and get their key back and start fighting again and have like 2000 into like one of their stats and like 1000 into everything else, like that's my Super Saiyan 4 minus health max. You know, like look at that. And I'm a high level Saiyan. Well, not a high level, but you know, like I have good stats for a Saiyan. You know, and like what? And this is like an Android stat, but take key max up to 1000, take health max up to 1000, and bring melee damage to like 2000, or like any or key damage up to 2000, whatever they upgraded. You know, like it's stupid. And like the fact that they can't transform or anything is fair enough, but when an android can just run the entire round, block your moves, and then just run again until you run out of ki, because your Super Saiyan 4 has an insane ki drain, or your Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken is draining your health, or literally any other form has a ki drain. You know, like what am I supposed to do? Fight an android in full power Super Saiyan, like a 50 stat boost? No, it's a bad idea. Why? And I understand that like androids are like supposed to be a special race or like not meant for PvP, but the androids that do PvP, like they need to be stopped, you know? Like androids should have like a limit to how strong they can get. Like these guys shouldn't be able to go above Prestige 2. These guys shouldn't be able to go above level 1000. And as much as I respect JR King's grind, and as much as I appreciate him, and like he's a friend, I consider him a friend, you know, like he and this isn't a personal attack to anybody, but androids in PvP, like they need to be stopped. Like it's dumb how much potential they have to like to be overpowered, and that only a few androids have done that. Like when everybody gets an android and starts running around the entire match, countering everybody's moves and blocking everything with their 2000 speed. Like it's gonna be it's dumb. And I just feel like there needs to be a cap to it somewhere. Um and that's pretty much it for those three races. And the next thing I'm gonna talk about is the ultimate downfall of Saiyans. Like if you think about this and just bear with me, Saiyans eventually could become the worst race, like by far. You know, like, and let me explain. So Saiyans, everybody knows this. They have the weakest base form. Let me put this in the math for you. A level 600 Saiyan non-prestige will have 200 into everything without any stats put in. You will have 200 into everything. A Namekian, without any help from any NPCs like Nail or Kami or whatever, and a Namekian will have 300 plus with the help of them at level 600. And this goes for every other race. Like every race will have 300 plus, except for androids. They will have 600 everything base. And now I know that that's how it's supposed to be because Saiyans have the most insanely overpowered forms like Super Saiyan 4. Like 750 stat boost. Yeah, that's pretty freaking good. But a stat boost, your transformation isn't going to get stronger. Your base form gets stronger in this game. So now imagine this. Eventually, everybody's gonna get to level 1,000 one day. Let's in a world like, just imagine one day everybody gets to level 1,000. Not that big of a deal. Saiyans have about 330 base stats, non-prestige. Everything else has 500, except for androids, which have 1,000. You know, it's simple math. Now, if we take that and multiply that by 10, that's 10,000. That's gonna be a 5,000 base stats for everything, and Saiyans are gonna be down there with 3,000. And then you add on the transformations, that's a 3,750 boost for Saiyans and their forms. And everything else has like we'll say a 5,500, you know, or a 5,400. Like, and I know for a fact that nobody's ever going to get to level 10,000, and you can at me on that. Nobody is going to reach level 10,000 in this state of the game. They're gonna die before they do. Don't at me. Okay? Like I did Broly's a few days ago with JR King. He didn't gain a single level. Or he gained like maybe like one or here, let me take the level 900 android. This will be easier. There's a level 900 android. He gained like maybe 5 levels, I think. I don't know. Like we'll say that. And I went from I went from level 711 to 761. Like, you know, like, and that's for level 900. Nobody's gonna reach anywhere near 10,000. I have my doubts for 2,000, let alone 10,000. I think JR King might one day get to level 2,000, but you know, and maybe a few others, you know, because there are some hardcore grinders. But I guarantee you, nobody's gonna get to 10K. Now, unless Snake adds more ways to leveling up and stuff, you know, like that's still a possibility. You know, he could add a Gogeta boss raid, and that could give like 10 times Broly. You know, it could be 10 times harder, but it'll give 10 times EXP. You know, maybe. You know, I don't know. I'm just throwing out insane ideas. One day, Saiyans are gonna be downfalled by their base forms, and if that day ever comes, make a way for Saiyans to like break through the limits of the one stat boost per every 3, you know, like maybe at like prestige 5 or something, like level 2000 or something, or level 1,000, like I don't know. I'm just throwing insane ideas. This is a more of a wild card one. Like this isn't as serious as the others. Like as for now, Saiyans are still like one of the best races, or in the middle at least. They're not bad races, but yeah, that was just a crazy idea that I wanted to throw out there. Now back to more serious things is what I did in my last video where you could like use moves inside of moves or something. Let me try to do it on Reaper here. let me try. All right, Reaper, you try, cause I'm shit at it for some reason. Let me try one more time. Fuck. Okay, you do it. Maybe it was patched, you know? We'll never know, but just keep trying. I wanna do it at least once. There you go. You see? Like, that's broken. That needs to be patched. If you want more on that, you can watch my other video. But we're just gonna leave that there. That doesn't need any more attention. Now, the final thing I want to talk about. Well, alright, one more thing and then the final thing. People are able to leave matches in ranked by disconnecting their internet and they won't lose any rank, and it's pissing me off. Like, I would have been a much higher rank right now, but these bots over here leave the game when I'm about to beat them. And it's in my videos. You can watch my recent ranked videos, and you'll see these people that are this guy. Let me see, one MVP. This guy in specific in my other video. This bot that I beat, he left the game, and I didn't get anything for it, and he didn't lose anything for it. Like, it's dumb. Why? Please patch that somehow. Like, that's something that's like immediately that needs to be patched. That's broken. So I'm gonna get off of that. We need to finish this up. Last thing I need to talk about, hybrids. Hybrids. Everybody knows what a hybrid is. It's a race that has android stats in its base that can add a transformation on top of it. We're just gonna take Saiyans because their Saiyan hybrids are the strongest ones. We'll go with in terms of stats. So imagine an android, like a level 800 android prestige 2. He has 1,000 into everything in his base, and he has 2,000 melee damage. Okay. Now he gets a script, like a hack, which is illegal in every game there ever was. You can get banned for hacking. And people have gotten banned for hacking, so yes, Snake doesn't like hackers in his game, and he's banned hybrids before. So don't become a hybrid. But imagine and if you have a hybrid currently, fucking reset it, you bot. But um, we're gonna take these stats here. Imagine there's 1,000 everything and 2,000 melee damage. Someone uses a hack, change their race to a Saiyan, they buy Super Saiyan 4, add 750 to that, and add a big key max. And you got something that looks about like this. A 1,750 everything, a 1,000 key max, and a 1,000 health max, and then about 3,000 melee damage. No, you become stronger than a fusion. Like, fusion is out of the window. You're stronger than a fusion at that point. And if a single character is stronger than a fusion character, like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, that's broken. It's completely broken. And I don't care how you use your hybrid. If you have a hybrid, you shouldn't have a hybrid. Period. And I know there's some cool people with hybrids, like chill people that like want to help people with their hybrid, but like still, nobody should have a hybrid. Period. Now, and I'm not gonna snitch on anybody. You know, I'm not gonna say anything except for people that are on the leaderboard with a hybrid. Those people should be banned for sure, because those are not banned, but here, let me just put it simply. If you have a hybrid and you PvP on it against pure players like me that have normal stats, then that's stupid. And especially if you're claiming to be skillful while beating people with normal stats like me as a hybrid. Um, yeah. So let me recap everything. Or, not recap, but let me recap everything, yeah, and then say afterwards, like, how I think it could be fixed. So holding up and flying up, just make it so people can't block and fly at the same time. You know, like, that's simple. Or, like, just find out what makes this possible and make it impossible. Namekians and Majins. Namekians first. I think regen shouldn't give you ki. Um, I feel like it should only give you health. And if it does give you ki still, it should give you like 10% of your health and ki. Or like, you know, because 30% for health and ki is too much. Like, let me Planet Crusher myself real quick. Okay. Look at my health. Now this is a regen. And Namekians have this for a ability. Like they basically get 2 Zenkais. And then leading on to that, insta forming, just patch whatever makes it possible, like so that people can't insta form like that. Like make it so you can't do that, you know. And also Zenkai boost shouldn't, like Zenkai boost should have like a 3 minute to 5 minute cooldown, you know, so they can't happen in the middle of a fight. Because I'm not gonna throw any names, but you know who you are. you piece of shit. You know who you are. People in the DBZFS community will know who I'm talking about. You know who you are. You piece of shit. You rely on these damn Zenkai boosts in the middle of a fight. But, alright, we're gonna get off of that just before I have a meltdown. Um, Insta forming and Zenkais should be like patched, or you know, not Zenkai shouldn't be removed, but they should have a cooldown. UI unstable Majin. Um, I had a really good idea for this, and it's that take away the auto dodge completely so that I can actually hit them with my combos like this, but make sure they can keep their teleport punches, because the teleport punches are kind of cool. They should be able to keep that. So no auto dodge, so I can actually hit them 100% of the time, as long as my accuracy is correct, you know. But the teleport punches, those can stay, even though they are kind of OP. Like Majins do deserve something special, and I think that's fun enough. In their in if that's completely, if we try that and Majins are completely shit after that, then like give the form a little more key max, you know, or something like that, you know, like very simple things can be done to fix that form. Um, I already spoke about the Saiyan thing. Using moves at the same time, just figure out what causes that and just patch it in the code. You know, like it's pretty simple. Um, that's about it really. Like, oh, there's one thing I forgot. Not you damn Xbox players with your lock on. Okay. Every pro Xbox player, quote unquote, has super death beam in their moveset for a very good reason. Um, so, and I'm not upset about Xbox players that have lock on. I'm upset about people who have a computer, plug in their controller, lock on with their controller, but then proceed to use their keyboard. So they have all 10 moves, because if you didn't know, true Xbox players that play controller don't have 10 moves. They have 8, which is good enough for the lock on. Like, that's a good enough sacrifice for the lock on. And I have an Xbox controller because I used to have an Xbox and I still do, but I don't use it anymore. So I have an Xbox controller. I have a wire to plug it in my computer. I use this thing for Steam games, like Xenoverse 2, for example. So don't call me out on this, okay? I don't PvP with Xbox auto aim. I swear. I swear on me life. Um, you can hear it. I'm trying to plug it in. It's not working. Um, hold on. Let me plug this shit in. I just want to show how OP stupid bug is. Go in! Alright, let me explain it. So basically, you can lock on to someone. So Super Death Beam hits them all the time. But what these cheesers do is that they'll run around the entire match like this. And now, let me go Super Saiyan Blue real quick. Now, Reaper, Super Rush me. Oh wait, it's working now. Okay, Reaper, Super Rush me. Alright, I'm trash, because I don't do this. This is even more proof that I don't do this. They run around, okay, Super Rush me? I'm literal garbage. Okay, I don't have the reaction time for this. I'm not used to this. You see that? And you don't even take damage afterwards. And I'm not even a key user, and look how much damage that did to Reaper for free. Like, and Final Blow me now? Look at that. Now I'm gonna Meteor Crash you. And like sometimes that'll hit, I don't know, it's pretty inconsistent. Like Justice combination as well, what people can do is like they do this. And get that, you know, it's pretty fucking broken. And you can hear my keyboard, and I still have the lock on. This shit needs to be patched. I hate this bullshit. I don't want this in the game. This is my main enemy in Final Stand is kids who have lock on. And I guarantee you, every Namekian in ranked has lock on. You know what else people can do? Let me get the move out. Alright, Reaper. So, we all know how OP Power Impact was. And Snake nerfed it. I will give it to him. He added a 30-second cooldown, which helps some a little bit. But look, Reaper backflip out of the power impact, like how you normally would. No, not like that. Like out of the power impact. The Super Death Beam can still hit you. I don't think it did there, but it can. And if you went into ranked, you know that it can. And what people are doing now is they get Dirty Fireworks, which is literally power impact but less damage. And they can do that. That's half HP, and I'm not a key user. I don't use key moves. Like I use one key move maybe, which is like Hell Pillars and Finish Breaker. But like I'm not a key blast main. So what you can do is Reaper backflip. What? Oh, this. You little shit. Yeah. That needs to be fixed too, because that's kind of annoying. Now let me get back to what I was saying about Dirty Fireworks. Reaper, come here. Why is music on? Get that shit out of here. Get it out of here. Okay. Now Reaper, come here. Alright, now backflip like you did before. Like if I time that correctly, we're gonna try again. I'm gonna try to time it correctly this time. Look at that. Like it'll still hit even though they backflipped. And backflip takes a lot of key. That's what these bullshit cheesers do. So I'm gonna leave it there. Bobby Anera exposed uses auto aim for sure. But yeah, all these need to be patched. I know it's a 30-minute video, 40-minute actually, but people wanted me to make a video like this about the bugs I think that need to be patched. And so, yeah. Get this video out there. Spread it to other Final Stand players. Maybe one day, this stuff will get patched. I don't know, but I'll maybe one day, you know. The Discord server's in the description. My Discord server, so you can join tournaments and stuff. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.